I got something similar to that, which is after Rush Hour ended. So I write, y'all know I write also. Before I filmed Rush Hour, I wrote my own TV script called Comedy Rockstars, right? This is before Kevin Hart was even saying that's something me, Ron G, Sidney Castillo, DC Irvin, I'm trying to see if I'm leaving out anybody. But we used to call ourselves the Comedy Rockstars. We used to and I remember Tony Baker was like, I'm leaving the group. I'm leaving the group. That's what he said, but that's just something we used to call ourselves. Okay. I had wrote a script called Comedy Rockstars. I gave it to my reps as a just in case Rush Hour gets canceled. This is the script that we could go out with. So I gave it to, and I'm at a big agency at this point because I'm on Rush Hour. They read the script. Oh, I'm talking about every agent, agent there in this huge room. They have you in this huge room. You sitting at the head of the table. Oh, they're telling you how you the greatest thing ever. You the next person. You the next this. You the next that. Oh, we read the script. We didn't know you was a writer. We got the literary department. We got the this department, that department. That. Cool. Right. All right. Rush Hour gets canceled. And at the same, I was like, well, man, let's go out with this Comedy Rockstars script, right? At the same time that happens, Jamie Foxx comes on the scene with his own show called White Famous. I see it in the trades.
Wow.
Same concept. It's about an up-and-coming comedian touring with an older comedian.
Right.
I'm not sure if White Famous is exactly like that, but it was in the same
vein, yeah.
In the same vein, right? So I hit up my reps. I said, hey man, let's hurry up and go out with this. No, I said, matter of fact, I said, send me the White Famous script. I said, now I believe in my Comedy Rockstar script, but if the White Famous script is better than my script, then I'll just audition for White Famous. They said, cool. They sent me the White Famous script. I read it. I didn't like it. I could tell it was based around black comedians, but you could tell the way it was written. It wasn't written by a black writer.
Right.
And I got on the phone with my reps. I said, hey man, I wasn't really feeling the script, and I was like, I could tell it didn't seem like authentic. It didn't seem like it was a black writer that wrote this. They gonna call me back the next day or whatever. I'm on the road at this point too, because this Rush Hour had just ended. Yeah, we're gonna let you go. We feel like you're being arrogant. We think you're arrogant.
Wow.
I know the writer of that show. So now he in his feelings. See, I didn't know the writer was his homeboy. But you see what I'm saying?
Was they white?
Yes. Exactly. So I was correct. My feelings was correct. I could tell by reading it, this wasn't written by no black person. This person is writing what they think a black person sounds like. But I could tell from the writing, no black person wrote this. Well, we think you're arrogant, and we think you're coming across arrogant, and we're going to let you go.
Those are words?
Yes.
Arrogant is crazy.
Woo! So I said, well, cool, that's fine, whatever. So they dropped me from the agency. So this is one of the top 3 agencies. If anybody know Hollywood is CAA, WME, and UTA. Those are like the top 3 agencies. So it was one of the top 3 agencies. They dropped me from the agency. Cool. So I'm out there on the road about to go perform or whatever. When I'm getting this information, I'm with my cousin at the time. He was my road manager at the time. Bruh, maybe like the next week I get a call. Yo, CBS wanna meet with you.
The next week.
Hey, CBS want to meet with you about MacGyver. I said, oh, okay. Mind you, I don't got an agent at this point.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? Yo, CBS want to meet with you about. I said, well, MacGyver's already, because I pay attention to the trades. Trades is like Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Deadline. I knew the show was already picked up. I said, well, that's already picked up. They said, well, yeah, they want to meet with you. Okay. I go in to meet with the showrunner, Peter Linkoff, right? While I'm in the meeting, he talking to me. He was like, well, yeah, we want to do this with the character, this with the character. And I'm like, I think they offering me this. I'm like, I don't think this is a audition
at all. Yeah.
I think like he's trying to get me to do it, if anything. So I'm like, okay, yes, that's what cross it. Wait, tell me more. Well, this is the things that I see about the character. And And then how BT play a part in this story. I had that meeting, maybe that night or whatever. That's when we was at the Flappers in Claremont.
Absolutely.
BT was opening for me. Killin, by the way. I heard what the lady said too. But your feature always supposed to be funnier than you anyways. I heard she was like, I thought you was funnier. I heard she said that to BT about me. I was like, he was though. BT killed. But before the show started, I'm in there with BT. I'm kind of down a little because I'm like, damn, my Rush Hour done got canceled. All this shit, we chopping it up. I'm in my feelings a little bit, but I know I just had this meeting with CBS. I get the phone call. They're offering you the role.
We were backstage.
And we was backstage, and BT was right there when that shit happened.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That shit is
But I said all of that to say, to piggyback on your story, which is I didn't have no agent when I booked MacGyver. So that was 5 seasons of residuals.
Stupid.
I mean, not residuals, 5 seasons of commission that my agency missed out on because they dropped me over that white famous Comedy Rockstars script.
Wow.
And White Famous came out. It got canceled because, and it wasn't, Jay Farrow ended up starring in it, and it ain't had nothing to do with Jay Farrow. It was the script.
It was unauthentic.
It wasn't authentic.